Okay, it is Wednesday and we are moving on to review lesson 5, part 2. So again, we only have 3 questions today. You only have 3 questions to work. Hopefully you understood how yesterday was set up. Today I'm going to try and set up the same way where you can pick one of the options to get rid of. You can say there's not enough information or there is just enough information. Okay, so today I'm going to do 7, 9, and 11. And 7, 9, and 11, well, 9 and 11 turned out a little bit different than some of the problems that you'll be doing, but it's good for you to be able to see what these look like. Okay, so to find the area of a triangle, it is necessary to know the lengths of 2 sides and the altitude of one of these sides. So let's just look at this. We're looking for area. So area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So we really only need to know one of the sides and the altitude on its side. So we don't actually need to know 2 of them. So we would just need one side and its altitude. So technically when you're finding the area of a triangle, you're just using this little bit of info right here. So the base and the height. Okay, we don't know, I mean, for all we know, it could be base and height way over here, and then you could have a teeny tiny side and a really long side, or it can be isosceles or anything like that. But all you need to know is one side and its altitude. So in this case, you would pick that you don't need to know 2 of the sides. Okay, number 9, one of your favorite locus problems. So to prove a locus problem, it is necessary to show that we have options for this one. A, all points on the locus satisfy the given condition. B, all points that satisfy the given condition are on the locus. Or C, all points off the locus do not satisfy the given condition. Well, as far as I'm concerned, the proper one here is going to be A, because if you notice when we're making a locus, that's what we're doing. We're looking at, okay, it's everything along this line that fits within this circle that's like this far away from, you know, that point on that line. So it would be this and that. So this would be all points, a given distance from a point on a line. And that would be what that is, because it's a given distance from the point and it is located on the line that the point is also on. But at that point, all we would do is we'd say, yes, this is all given distance and this is on the given line. There we go. Yes. So notice how I focused about the locus itself. I didn't sit here and say, okay, cool, yeah, I'm just looking for 2 points, so it's gonna be on that, sure, whatever. And I didn't look at it and go, ooh, does this point fit? Nope, okay, cool. Does this point fit? No, okay, cool. What about a point way over here? I'm not looking at all of that, so I'm just looking at A. And number 11, it says, tell which of the following parts must be given to determine a rhombus. So one side, one angle, the shorter diagonal or the longer diagonal. And we can pick as many parts as we want. So this would be a like pick all. So I'm going to draw one side of a rhombus. Now remember, rhombuses look really weird. Okay, they're like tilted rectangles or tilted squares. So let's say it looks something like that. So if I know it's a rhombus, I can know one side, okay, so I know this side, and then do I need to know the shorter diagonal or the longer diagonal? Well, in this case, let's see, if we know one of the angles, so say I know this angle, and then I know the longer, okay, so let's say I know this one here. So if I know that angle and I know the length of the longer, I can draw the longer diagonal. Okay, and then I can mark my other line here and I can essentially form a triangle. As long as I can get a triangle, in all honesty, I don't think it cares. You need a side, an angle, and then just one of the diagonals. So I would take shorter or longer. Doesn't really matter which one you pick. Either would be correct there. Just make sure you don't pick both. Although both would help, but it wants to know what is the minimum requirement. So you'd really just need one side, one angle, and the shorter diagonal, because in a rhombus, the diagonals bisect the angles. Okay, So I hope that helps. We will be starting just generic review tomorrow. So I'm going to be going over different units from your book. So we may get into circumference and area again of a circle. We may get into similar figures again. We may go really back to the basics and say, are these lines parallel? It all depends on what I wrote out in my lesson plans last week. So we will see, but it will all come in handy for your final exam. I will see you tomorrow.